An interesting new poll shows that foreigners living in their home countries now believe by huge margins that the U.S. will, quote, do the right thing in given situations. That number now stands at 75%. 75% of respondents in foreign countries said that, yes, we believe the United States is going to do the right thing. Last year, do you know what that number was? It sure as hell wasn't 75%. It was 17%. So in the span of 1 year, we have almost climbed by 60 percentage points in the faith that overseas residents have in the United States. All because Donald Trump is not president anymore. Now, I have a question here, and the question is, why? I know that might sound shocking to some people, but why do you now have faith in the United States to do the right thing? Listen, I understand that some aspects of foreign policy have gotten better under Joe Biden. I also understand that many of them have not changed whatsoever, and they haven't changed whatsoever in 30 or 40 years. Actually, God, almost 50 years at this point. We are still bombing civilians in the Middle East. We are still rattling the sabers in the Middle East. We are still selling weapons to dictators, under the guise of Saudi royal family, that are using those weapons to murder children in the Middle East and civilians and start unnecessary conflicts. We're still a part of all of that. So why in the hell are you sitting there saying, I trust you to do the right thing? We're already not doing the right thing. The reason that number is so high, 75% say they trust us to do the right thing, is because of the people that were asked. When you're asking people in Sweden and Denmark and Italy and even South Korea, who, Trump shat upon many times trying to be friends with North Korea, yeah, those are some of the countries polled. So yes, it's very obvious why they would be like, oh yeah, we now trust the U.S. And I'm sure you do. We're not trying to launch trade wars with you. We're not trying to be buddy-buddy with your enemies just to the north of you. Because remember last year when Trump was getting pissed off, not last year, I guess it was the year before, when Trump was getting pissed off at Europe and he kept threatening to, put tariffs on certain products from certain countries, like, I'm going to tax, French wine and champagne. It was ridiculous. And it was juvenile and stupid. So I understand why people in France and Germany and Italy, again, they're all like, yeah, I trust the U.S. now, sure. But maybe we ought to go ask people in Syria how they feel about U.S. foreign policy today. Do you trust us to do the right thing? Maybe we should ask people in Iran. Maybe we should ask people in Guatemala or Brazil. Maybe get outside that little European bubble. Of course, South Korea, they also were polled. But maybe get outside that bubble and maybe go check other places as well. See if you trust the United States. Because feel-good stories like this, yeah, they look good on headlines. I'm sure they make people laugh like, ha, the world didn't respect Trump. Now they do. Suck it, Trump. Yeah, people celebrate these headlines like that. But really, we're not much better than we were under Trump in terms of foreign policy. We're still exporters of death and destruction. We're still complicit in massacres taking place all over the globe, in the destruction of democracies. So yeah, I understand why these particular countries are happier with the United States and why they trust us a little more. But maybe these pollsters ought to broaden their horizons a little bit so we can get a more accurate number about who really trusts what the United States is going to do abroad. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our Ring of Fire channel here.